Hello, and welcome to April's edition of Full Tweet. I'm Leslie.
And I'm Sophia, and we have a ton of great stories to share with you today.
In today's show, we're going to talk about the interesting changes that have rolled out with the newest Apple iOS upgrade. We're also going to talk about two CCISD educators who are being recognized as the best in Texas.
It's also testing time, so we've compiled a list of study tips to help students be more successful. We'll also take a look at how our community is giving back in honor of one of our own.
Our first story isn't a fairy tale, but it is about fairy tale writers. Sophia recently attended the Teen Book Fest by the Bay and was able to talk to the authors and organizers about their work and how it affects our students.
The first annual Teen Book Fest by the Bay took place on Saturday, February 28, 2015 at CCISD's very own W.B. Ray High School. I got the opportunity to attend the event as well as interview the organizer and a few fantastic authors. To introduce the event, I asked Debbie Van Zant, the creator of Teen Book Fest, what exactly Teen Book Fest by the Bay is.
It is a time when students and really anybody that wants to, teens, can meet published authors, talk to them, find out how they get their ideas, basically how to take something from your brain to the printed page to the bookstore.
I asked some authors what messages they really wanted to deliver to the event's attendees, and here's how they responded.
Have fun. No matter what you're doing, whether it's creative, whether it's just life in general, and make sure you're having fun doing it.
Read and let your imagination go crazy, and don't be afraid to be weird. Be super weird.
They also discussed the importance of reading and writing for teens, something that the Teen Book Fest aims to endorse.
When I moved to Seattle, I got a job at Microsoft, and the reason they picked me out of the resume pile was because I could write, and they needed that. There was a time when I was a kid when people were saying, oh, who needs to write anymore? It's all going to be television and whatever. And then since then, the internet was invented, basically, and nowadays it's all about text. You know, people are reading and writing in different ways, but that's cool.
Again, I come back to for letting your imagination come out and for exploring very important topics in kind of a safer environment.
The Teen Book Fest was a truly great event, and as a bibliophile, it makes me so happy that Corpus finally hosted a book festival of our own. I'm eagerly awaiting next year's event, and so I asked Debbie Van Zant her hopes for the event's future and what we can expect from next year's event.
We would like to see this grow from an event that we're even able to host at a high school, something that's going to be so big that we're going to have to go to the Bank Center.
And now for the 144, stories you need to hear with 144 words or less.
Time is running out to apply to be a full tweet anchor for the 2015-2016 school year.
To be eligible, you must be a current sophomore or junior at a CCISD high school. You'll be asked to submit 2 letters of recommendation over your work ethics and leadership skills.
Applicants will also be required to submit a 2 to 3 minute video like these to let us know why you think you're the best option.
The deadline to submit is May 1st. We want both guys and girls with fun, engaging personalities who are willing to represent their school and CCISD with the highest possible standard.
So ask your school counselor for an application today. In our last show, we revealed the CCISD Teacher of the Year winners. 2 other CCISD educators have also been honored as finalists for the annual HEB Excellence in Education Awards program. Moody High School Principal Dr. Sandra Clement was named one of 10 finalists in the secondary principal category. Dr. Clement was surprised with the announcement during an assembly. She received a $1,000 check and also received a check for her campus. Crystal Watson from Collegiate High School was named one of 30 finalists in the leadership secondary category and was surprised with the announcement in her classroom. She will also receive a $1,000 check for herself and one for her campus. Winners of the statewide recognition program will be announced in May during an awards ceremony in Austin. Good luck to our HEB Excellence in Education finalists.
We're now in test taking season, so here's our top 10 tips for test taking. Number 10, cramming the night before does not work. Do your review and get to bed early.
Number 9, don't skip breakfast. You think better when you have a full stomach.
Number 8, make sure you have scratch paper and extra pencils.
Number 7, Read the instructions first so that you don't have to go back and redo work because you didn't understand the directions.
Number 6, answer the easy questions first. This will help build confidence and save time later.
Number 5, don't get frustrated when you don't know the answer. Just circle it, move on, and you can come back to it later.
Number 4, start by crossing out some of the multiple choice answers that couldn't be right, and spend more time on the possible correct answers.
Number 3, be as neat as possible. Make sure you're writing legibly and always bubble in carefully for machine-scored tests.
Number 2, go back and review your answers and make sure that you didn't make any careless mistakes.
And number 1, have a positive attitude. Always believe in yourself and approach your exam like it's a puzzle to be solved one piece at a time.
It seems like Apple comes out with the new iOS update every month, and with the latest version, it gave us more options as texting teens. Next up is Sophia's Choice, where we'll learn what's new with the new iOS 8.3.
Hey everyone! Recently, Apple released a new software update, so now we're up to iOS 8.3. It came with hundreds of new emojis. Today, I want to talk about the 5 main new emoji features that you'll get with iOS 8.3. There is one new hand gesture emoji, and it looks a little something like this. Now, this Vulcan salute isn't on the emoji keyboard, but you can add it to your phone by saving it as a shortcut on your keyboard. There are some new gadget emojis, like one for the Apple Watch. I'm not quite sure how many people are going to find this emoji applicable, but I guess it's nice to have the option. Next, there are hundreds of new flags. I'll be the first to admit that I probably can't identify most of these, but I'm sure international emoji users are very pleased to finally have a flag to represent their country. Also new to the collection of emojis are progressive families. There are over a dozen new family emojis that depict couples of the same sex with varying numbers of children. And finally, perhaps the most striking change to come with this new emoji update is the fact that there are diverse people. All the emojis that used to show exclusively white skin have now all been turned yellow. But if you do want colored skin for your emojis, then you have 5 different skin tones to choose from. This seems to be a step towards equal representation. So those are the 5 main new emoji features that come with the update. We have a new hand gesture, new gadgets, lots of new flags, progressive family, and diverse skin tones. Let us know what you think of the emoji update, whether you're using the new emojis, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!
A fundraising breakfast was recently held at Carroll High School benefiting Triumph Over Kid Cancer. Leslie was on hand and has this report.
James Reagan, a Carroll High School graduate, passed away last year after a long battle against osteosarcoma, a rare form of bone cancer that he was diagnosed with at the age of 13 back in June of 2006. James Reagan, being a well-known and beloved Carroll Tiger, inspired and continues to inspire sparks in the lives of his peers, family, and community members. The Community Youth Development 78415 program hosted an all-you-can-eat waffle breakfast in honor of James Reagan. All donations went to Triumph Over Kid Cancer, the foundation he had founded alongside his sister, Mechlin Reagan. The members of CYD believe James Reagan's legacy should live on, not only within the school, but within the community as well. The second annual Waffle Breakfast benefiting Triumph Over Kid Cancer took place this month at Carroll High School. Performances from CYD participating campuses brought more to the event and included Carroll High School's band and cheerleaders, Moody High School's TJ Strutters, Sam Houston Elementary's Little Dribblers, as well as Robert Wilson's Hot Shots. This year's Waffle Breakfast raised about $9,500 in donations, of which MD Anderson will match dollar for dollar.
So that wraps up this edition of Full Tweet. We hope you enjoyed the show, share it with your friends, and let us know what you think.
We'd love to hear your story ideas or even just your comments. So don't forget to mention us on all social media with the #FullTweet.
And remember, we're still looking for Full Tweet anger applications, so please ask your counselor for an application today.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next month with the fresh edition of Full Tweet.
Goodbye.
Bye.